Hi, it's Stephen here at Bland Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to get more bang for your buck out of paper kits that you might buy, and how to use your Cricut to extend the embellishments. Now, I happen to have this paper kit that I got because I thought it was really kind of fun, called Where the Wild Things Are. I guess it's based on that series of books, and I'll be honest, I have never read those series of books in my life, but I think the graphic elements are really neat. And in this package of paper, there came a whole sticker sheet as well. Now, I have pulled some of the stickers off of here, but this is what I want to show you what you can do with your Cricut. So, I want more than just the stickers that are here. I'm thinking of making something that's going to be a collage kind of thing. And so what I did was I took the stickers off of this backing, I scanned them, and then I put them into my Cricut, and I'm using the print and cut feature on my Cricut Explorer in order to create multiple copies of these. Now, one word of caution about this. This is probably a violation of copyright if you intend to use these for commercial purposes. I'm using them just for my own personal artwork, so I'm not that concerned about it. But this technique that I'm going to show you will work with pretty much anything. You can do this with your rubber stamps, stamp an image, cut it out. You can do this with other patterned papers or papers that might have elements on it that you want to cut out. So what I'm going to show you here will work with a variety of different things. So the first thing I do is I pull the sticker off the backing sheet, and then because it's sticky on the back, I have one of these little things here that's full of baby powder, and you could just use baby powder, and I just go all over the back of this, and I've already done this one previously, and this pretty much gets rid of the stickiness. Now, the reason I'm getting rid of the stickiness is because my scanner is a printer, one of those all-in-one printers, and the scanning bed is on top, and when I lay this down on the scanning bed, if it's sticky here, it's going to stick to the lid. So, I mean, not that that's a big problem, but I don't want to do that. So, after I've done this to the back of it, and I have my sticker taken off of this, I go ahead and I place it on my scanner and I scan it using whatever software works with my scanner. Then I'll show you what you're going to do with that next. Okay, so here I've opened up the Cricut Design Space screen, and in order to insert my scanned image, I click on Upload Images, and then I click on Browse. I locate my image file, and then I'm going to select Complex Image because this has a lot of colors to it, and then I click Continue. So this blows it up on my screen, but it needs to be shrunk down, so I'm just going to use the magnifying glass, the minus sign, to get it to a manageable size, and now I'm going to crop it. I click that tool up at the top, surround it, again shrink it down so it can be seen, and then I'm going to use the magic wand tool to get rid of that white background. So I just click on that and it's all gone. And if there are any white spaces left, I just click on those and I get rid of those at the same time. So now that I've done that, I can go over and I can click on Continue. And by the way, you can click on the little eraser tool if there's any marks, extraneous marks as well. So now you see two panels coming up. One is Print then Cut Image, and the other is Save as a Cut Image. I want the print and cut image, so I'll click on Save, but it'll also put up a shadow, which I can do this whole process again and then click on that one and save it as a shadow. I'm going to give it a name, and I've already have this on my computer, so I'm going to call it Wild Thing 6A. And you can give it some tags to make it easier to find in search mode as well. I don't usually bother with that, but you can do it. Click on Save. May take a few minutes for this to come up and save it all. And once it does, it's going to drop it into your library. And we'll just wait for it. Larger the image, the longer it's going to take. And so I can click on it. Now I can click on the little eye and that tells me what the file is, and I can also delete it out of my library from that as well. Click that to turn that off. Click on the image to add it. Puts a little check mark. And you can put multiple ones through this screen, and you can also delete them if you highlight the little image at the bottom of the page. So I click on Insert, and there it is. Now I can adjust the size. However, because it's a print and cut, I can only make it as large as 6 by 8. Anything larger and it's not going to fit. So once I've got it sized the way I want it, I click on go, and it's going to show me my mat, and it's going to give me that image. And you see the little registration marks in the corner. Those are important, as well as the bleed line around the outside of the graphics, that blurry line. You want to leave that there. That'll print out, but it'll all be cut away when you go to cut it. So click on go and go up and click on print the image. I usually do it on light cardstock. So I go in and I adjust my printer so that it will give me the highest quality print for this. So away it goes, and it'll print it all out, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so now I've got my image printed out and I've mounted it onto my cutting mat, and I've already put it in to the machine. And as you see over here, once you've put it into the machine and you've loaded the mat, your button, the Cricut button, will flash, meaning it's time to print it. So let me push that, and you'll see that it's pulling it in. And what it's going to do first of all is it's going to read those registration marks, and this takes a couple of seconds or two for it to do that. It reads the one at the top left-hand part of the screen first. I'm really not sure how this technology works, but for some reason, when it reads these marks, it knows exactly where to cut the image. So as I says, it takes it a few seconds to read that very first one, and then it's going to move over and read the second one on the right-hand side of the screen, and then it's going to go down and read the one at the bottom. It doesn't take quite as long to read each of these ones. And so you see now it's going to the bottom, and then it's going to stop for a second and think about this, and it's determining where to cut. So it moves the blade up to the top, and now it's going to go around and cut out the image. And that's where those bleed lines come in. Now you may find that it cuts certain things in different orders, and again, I don't understand the reasoning behind that, but not to worry. Now, I mentioned setting up your pressure or your type of cut on the dial first. I do a custom cut for this because I have found if I go in and I do the cardstock and it's called intricate cut, that it does the best job on this particular type of cardstock that I'm using. And actually what it does then is it goes around twice to cut it, and so I get a nice clean cut image, as you'll see when I take this out. So I could stand here all day and watch this thing work. I find it fascinating the way that it does this, but I'll spare you that, and it's just about done. So I'm going to take it off and I'll show you what the final product is. Okay, so now the Cricut is finished cutting it out, so I just need to remove it from the mat. So you just bend your mat slightly and pull the sheet, and be gentle. And there, that one came off. And now I'm just going to lift the other up with the spatula tool. And there we have it. Perfectly cut out. And you can make as many of these as you want now. Again, just remember, these have copyright on them, so you can't use them in anything that would be a commercially made product, but for your own personal use, for your own personal projects, there you have it. And it's going to save you some money too, so you don't have to buy a lot of these stickers. Shh, don't tell the manufacturers. Okay, so as I said before, this applies to anything that you want to stamp, for example, or you want to cut out of something else. You can scan it. It's very easy to do, and once you've done it a couple of times, you'll become a pro at it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.